Hello.
Hello.
Okay then.
Okay then.
Hmm. Am I living? Don't hate the girl, just hate the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ah.
There's a flipping echo of my voice. Yeah. Where is this guy? I know he would want me to play this game. Oh. No, there is not another person, is there? No idea. Right. Oh yeah, I also have to open up the damn files for this as well. Because that's important to the game. Where is Doki on here? There it is. How do I open properties? Installed files. Browse. There they are. I'll just move you all the way over here because you're going to be important. Okay then. Great. That should have updated by now. Hopefully. How great is this? Okay, that's gonna echo. That'll get his attention. How does mean this guy? I mean, nah. Now, what does this mean? What does this guy mean? Nah. Whatever. Load game. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Don't really need this. Like, I only kind of need the keyboard and the mouse when it matters. Okay. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Harry Potter. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination? Is this thing? Is it not even updated yet? What? Right. That's better. Take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. I didn't read that much to know. Is this thing even talking at it? It is. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Goosebumps. W book. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't expect it at Yuri. Okay then. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you can say that. Life is gonna get her, we know this. I guess you'd say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. We know her story too. Oh, what is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything is... Oh god, I have to say these lines and I have to say them out loud. Everything you do is just as cute as your god. Oh god, Sayori settles up high in Natsuki and put her arms on her shoulders. I'm not cute, okay. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki... Okay, screw you then. I don't need my controller. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like him. I'm not a very confident writer. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Bah! The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. You guys suck as a literature club. Really suck as a literature club. You guys are too scared to tell your damn stories. I don't want to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay. Malika, you have the floor. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home. Write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Matt? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club. You guys all suck. No thank you. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. So I have other clubs to look at and I lost my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. Focus, man! Focus! Focus. Focus on the go. You do not want to do this. You don't want to do this. Be a man. Say no. You're gonna die if you don't. I'm wondering if I move that camera forward. I don't know. But I'm sorry. I thought, Matt, don't mad me. You all defenseless against these ghosts. Fight your honor. I'm moving the camera forward. if it will even reach that much. Will it? Oh. Need to raise the camera a bit up, which it can do, because it's a W camera. Sure. Raise a bit more. That will do. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That will do. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, of course. Okay. Lesson learned. Never mess with the camera again. I was trying something new. That new thing didn't work. Screw it. That is if... I already said that line. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club because apparently I can't get laid otherwise. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yay! I'm so happy. Sorry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. The anime club is just down the corridor, my guy. No one would judge you. I think... Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. I mean, the cupcakes are really good, okay? Then, that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Matt, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I'm already feeling the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Matt, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us are tired. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Hello. Okay, making sure. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori. Natsuki, no. Yuri, maybe. And of course, Monica. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, don't tell me we're doing writing. No! It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever you like, who likes your poem the most. Okay, then. Who are we trying to impress? That's the question. Yuri! Come on. Tencious. Yes! Okay. Universe. Yes! We're doing good here. She's more mystery. Horror. Of course. Misery? No! Whatever. Sadness. Half of these words are Neitsuki. Bitterly, yes. Fancy words. Contamination, okay. Eternity. Doing good here. Made one mistake. Time. Yes. Okay. Cage. No! No! Existence. Yeah, she would like existence. Incongruent, yes. After image. Disorient. Melancholy. Intellectual. Philosophical. Unending, yes! Okay. 17 out of 20 ain't bad. Hi again, Matt. Hello, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. I should have, but I guess not. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Matt. I kept my promise for specific reasons. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Yeah. Well, that's true, but something changed my mind. And last year too. I don't know if you just plan here to come out and hang out, or if you don't want to take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. It's reading poetry. I feel like half of these people who joined in the past only did it for extra credit. That's what everyone does. You pick the lame one because that's all you have left. Neitsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. What does that have to do with anything? Neitsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Same with comics. Swiftly defeated, Neitsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Matt always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Damn. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Hee hee hee. You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. Yes. What we want. What? How comes you and Matt can become good friends too? Sayori. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Like you never do. 'Cause you're stupid. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, it won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches in a bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. Netflix and chill with a book. Are you still reading? This is... How does this go accidentally being... So... Okay. She picked out a book she thinks I will like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. A clenched glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me, more than that she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Pooh. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deep in the book. Sorry. I'm just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. It's curious how it comes you have two copies of the same book. Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Of course. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon, I'm glad to hear. Until it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over to the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Seeing if that is a real book. When I search it up, it literally shows up with Doki Doki Literature Club's and announced thing about it. That's a bit funny. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's the Illuminati! I knew it. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. I think that it better not start like that. If it starts like that, I think you're missing a couple of things, like what long lost sister? Why is she in high school? But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark tone comes from nothing. Aha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Matt? No, it's not that. It sounds like, what's that book that is about a little circus? Like, I have no mouth and I must scream or something like that? I don't know. Is that what it's like? I have no idea. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horror things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or have their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly when you thought you relate to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting the one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. And I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Yeah, it's fine. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. W guy. The literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, might as well start reading it, right? Don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or something. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I understood what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Was it a bit distracting? I know why. Big hair. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over it, looking like she's reading from my book and said, "Sorry, I was just..." You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, hey, this should work. Fly my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, shoulders are almost touching. Dang! First go contact in years. Here's GW, my guy. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page. I usually slides it under her arm after it flips to her side, but in holding it like this, we're held it even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yu's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Yeah. Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Distracted from what?
Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're being so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it before my own volitation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little.
In what way?
He knows what he's doing. He playing game. In this club we know game. We know this. You think so? Oh, does she? Well, I guess she's a bit more blunt in a lot of ways. But she's also second guesses all of the things she says and does. If she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Not like I could see in your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Matt, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were so conscious about that sort of thing. Because I mean that it's kind of cute. We know game. In this club, we know game. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poem with each other. She's Monica's like, you're getting too close. You're getting too close, my guy. You might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing a thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You're kind of down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close up on top of my thumb. Alright. Guess I'll do more reading tonight. Would you prefer only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It would be more fun if we read with you after it picks up, you know. That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note to where I left off in the book, then slid it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to read a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I cannot believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? Can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pout all out their own poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica's wrote her in a composure notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting for where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their own bags. I do the same myself. Who do I want to read with? We will decide that next time. I am tired. Where is the mouse? It's over there. I am tired. But yeah. Choosing the side of Yuri. Because of course we are. W game. Has anything happened in the files before we leave? Characters look all the same. Game looks all the same. The open no sure. Nothing looks really changed there. I don't remember which files is the ones I have to look at. Basically. I don't know. But yeah, that's Doki Doki Literature Club tonight. I'm tired, but this was a good stream. See you all next time. Bye.